No one saw this coming, or did they? Hollywood's golden couple, Nicole Kidman and Keith Urban, have officially called it quits after nearly 2 decades together. But as new details come to light, it turns out this breakup might not be as sudden as everyone thought. Because behind the red carpets, Grammy wins, and loving smiles, things were unraveling quietly, piece by piece. And now, shocking revelations from close friends, legal filings, and even Keith's own song lyrics are painting a picture of a marriage that's been crumbling for months, maybe even years. Let's unpack the real story behind Nicole Kidman and Keith Urban's shocking split. From secret separations and rumored affairs to emotional confessions and multi-million-dollar consequences. When the news first broke, fans were blindsided. Nicole Kidman, the Oscar-winning actress, and Keith Urban, the country music superstar, seemed like the definition of Hollywood soulmates. But according to insiders, people close to Keith weren't surprised at all. In fact, one friend told People magazine, the split felt inevitable. The writing was on the wall. Apparently, Keith had already moved out and gotten his own place long before the public had any clue something was wrong. And here's the first twist. This separation wasn't mutual. Sources say Nicole wanted to fight for the marriage, but Keith? He was already done. Then came the bombshell from TMZ. Just one day after the separation news broke, reports surfaced that Keith Urban might already have a new woman in his life. A source close to the couple said Nicole was still in shock, but she wasn't denying the rumors. Now the timeline here is fuzzy. Did Keith start seeing someone new after he left Nicole? Or before? No one knows for sure. But even the possibility of another woman in the picture made headlines explode. And though there's no clear evidence of cheating, let's be real. When a husband moves out quietly, starts dating soon after, and looks happier than ever on stage, it's hard not to wonder. What made everything sting even more was what Keith did next on stage. During a live concert, he performed his hit song, The Fighter. The one famously written about Nicole Kidman, but with a shocking change. Instead of singing, "When they're trying to get to you, baby, I'll be the fighter," Keith looked at fellow country singer Maggie Ball, who was performing with him, and sang, "When they're trying to get to you, Maggie, I'll be your guitar player." The crowd gasped. Even Maggie posted the moment on Instagram, captioning it. Did Keith Urban just say that? Keith laughed it off on stage, but fans weren't amused. Comments flooded in calling it trashy and disrespectful. One wrote, "Nicole deserves better." Another added, "This isn't the flex you think it is." Changing lyrics to a love song about your wife, weeks after separating from her, wasn't just tone deaf, it was personal. And that's where things get messy. Like many Hollywood marriages, Nicole and Keith had a prenup. But here's the catch, there was no cheating clause. Instead, the agreement stated that as long as Keith stayed away from drugs and alcohol, he'd get $600,000 for every year of marriage if they ever divorced. Now, after 19 years together, that payout adds up to over $11 million. And here's where fans are raising eyebrows. If Keith really has moved on with someone new, that means his new girlfriend could literally benefit from Nicole's money. Nicole Kidman's net worth is estimated at around $250 million, so $11 million might not hurt her wallet, but it definitely hurts her pride. And if Keith did use drugs or alcohol during the marriage, something he's publicly struggled with before, and still tries to claim that payout, that's when this story could explode into a full-blown legal war. But while money and fame make headlines, the real story here is about family. Nicole and Keith share 2 daughters, Sunday Rose, 17, and Faith Margaret, 14. And according to court filings, the girls' futures are already settled. Nicole's divorce filing includes a detailed parenting plan. She'll have custody for 306 days of the year, while Keith will see them for just 59 days. That's a little over 8 weeks. Both parents agreed to the terms, signed the paperwork, and promised to co-parent respectfully. No bad-mouthing each other, no tension around the kids. They even agreed to take a parenting seminar together within 60 days of filing. And interestingly, neither party asked for child support. It's clear they're trying to keep this breakup as peaceful as possible for their daughters. But behind that calm surface, insiders say Nicole has been holding the family together, while Keith's been away touring for months. One source told TMZ, Nicole and her daughters have been inseparable, spending time together and bonding while Keith's been gone. Looking back, maybe there were signs this was coming. Reports of tension between the couple actually date back years. In 2018, Life and Style reported that Keith had temporarily moved out after a series of arguments, even staying at a 5-star hotel in Los Angeles. At the time, their reps denied everything, and the couple appeared stronger than ever afterward. But those cracks might have just been covered up by public smiles and red carpet poses. Their love story started like a fairy tale. Nicole met Keith in 2005 at an event in Los Angeles. She gave him her number, but Keith didn't call her for months. When he finally did, sparks flew. Within a year, they were married in a beautiful ceremony in Sydney, Australia. But only 4 months after the wedding, everything nearly fell apart. Keith checked himself into rehab for substance abuse and admitted years later that his addiction almost destroyed their marriage before it began. In a speech at the 2024 AFI Life Achievement Awards, Keith said, "My addictions, that I had done nothing about, blew our marriage to smithereens." He credited Nicole for saving him, saying she pushed through every negative voice and chose love. For 18 years, that love seemed unshakable. Until now. So what really happened between Nicole Kidman and Keith Urban? Was it distance? Was it fame? Or did the struggles that began nearly 2 decades ago finally catch up to them? Maybe it's all of the above. What's certain is that their story, once Hollywood's most enduring romance, has ended not with a bang, but with quiet heartbreak. Nicole's focusing on her daughters and her career. Keith's back on stage, guitar in hand, smiling through the pain. And for the rest of us watching from the outside, it's a reminder that even the brightest love stories can fade when the spotlight dims. What do you think really caused Nicole and Keith's split? Was it a slow breakup years in the making? Or something sudden that pushed them over the edge? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell for more deep dives into Hollywood's most talked about stories. Until next time, this is Globescope, and we'll see you in the next one.